as I told them, no longer are we going to sneak up on anybody. We're the SEC West champs. So, and everybody now is got their eye towards LSU. So make sure you take that into your training.
Y'all remember what everyone was talking about last year is what about the fit? I don't think Brian Kelly understands how to get it done. He can't win in the SEC. Well, clearly he's like, hey man, we're not sneaking up on anybody. We're LSU. You know what to expect. We're going to have to go out there and we're going to have to play well because we're going to get everybody's best shot just like we always have. Here's what I think is going to be interesting. You watch the spring game, spend some time in special teams. And we know that special teams last year was a struggle, and that's putting it lightly. Spring game is not often a time. Sometimes you just have a punter out there and a deep snapper. You're not even running down on punt. You're not even doing any of these real live special teams drills, but clearly that's been something they've talked an awful lot about. They then again talked a little bit about it moving forward. The offensive line appears to be a position that might be a significant strength this year. You got Garrett Dellinger, who's in there at guard now. You got Miles Frazier, who's in there at guard. You got bookends with great tackles. This offensive line going into last year was a massive question mark. Now, heading into year number 2 under Brian Kelly, you could make a strong case it's one of, if not the best offensive line returning in the Southeastern Conference. Running back has also been a position that was a little bit of a question mark. John Emery has been long considered to be the guy that's ready to break through. Armani Goodwin and Josh Williams have been banged up at times over the last couple of years. Did feel like at one point last year, Josh Williams was going to be the guy, but everyone seems to have kind of forgotten about Noah Cain. He was a big-time recruit back in 2019, went to Penn State, transferred over, kind of found himself in a running back by committee approach. But I think if given the opportunity to break out, he might be poised for a quiet breakout down there on the Bayou. And then the other thing that everyone seems to be talking about, Kyron Lacy, my goodness. I mean, this guy made the play of the spring so far. If you didn't see it, that one-handed jump up OBJ style, continue on for the 70-yard touchdown. And if you listen to Mike Denbrock, you listen to those that are close to the program, we know Malik Neighbors is a dude. We know that. He's a go-to guy, one of the most productive returning receivers in the Southeastern Conference. But now you have possibly a Robin to Malik Neighbors Batman in Kyron Lacy. Did have a lot of drops last year, but it appears as though things are in the past for him as far as inconsistency is concerned. And then finally, the quarterback spot. People have talked about it being a legitimate quarterback competition. I don't see it that way. Now, it's not taking anything away from any of the quarterbacks. But, man, let's just be real. I mean, Garrett Nussmeier's a good player. Big arm, very exciting future there for Garrett Nussmeier. But Jaden Daniels is quarterback one, man. He's the guy. I mean, he's the guy right now. And it does appear as though he's developing some rapport. He does appear to be more comfortable in the system. And he isn't necessarily playing hero ball the way he did at times last year. Very exciting times on the Bayou for the LSU Tigers. I can't wait to see what they're going to look like this year.